and welcome to a legitimate television show.
Oh, man. Yay. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thanks everyone who's watching on YouTube or on TV or wherever you're watching it. This is a legitimate television show. Yeah, that's the name of the show. The name and also the practice. As you can see, this is a television studio. This is not just like a stand-up comedy club, or it's not a movie. This isn't a book. This is a legitimate television show. It's broadcast on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, which is public access, but it's legit TV, you guys. Yeah, so in addition to this being a really exciting show, which it is, it's also my birthday, which I guess you could cheer for it. I turned 30 today, and I'm terrified, and it's daunting, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm getting through that. Like, it happened, so this is the world I live in now. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with the future. I don't know how to look at the past, but what I do know is I'm 30 years old, and I have a TV show, so that's an accomplishment, a legitimate television show. I keep saying the name, and I guess that makes you guys cheer, so I'll stop saying the name because I feel like it's interruptive. So tonight, in honor of my birthday, this show is a show I've dreamed of putting together for a long time, this specific one, because normally on this show, I like to make it a place for my up-and-coming stand-up comedian friends, all talented performers who haven't had TV credits in the past, who are making their way in the New York scene, figuring it out. But tonight, I decided, you know what, this is a show for me. This is a show I want to watch. So I got the three top people I wanted to have. Like, no joke, no exaggeration. Like when I thought about who would be my dream guests, these are the three people, and it's exciting. We have Jo Firestone. She's incredible. We have Chris Gethard. Also incredible. I'm going to say incredible for all three, just because there's so many words to describe all of them. And we have Tonedeff. Incredible. All of them are incredible, and that's scratching the surface. So this is fun and exciting and terrifying. It's great. But in honor of being 30, what I wanted to do was, because I'm not a big celebration birthday guy. I have trouble celebrating life years because I don't know how I feel about it. What I do like celebrating is death. So instead of celebrating my 30th birthday, I'd like to do a eulogy for my 20s. And there's going to be a little presentation so you can all look back at what a shithead I was in my 20s. Let's start it now. Someone, yeah. So like these are pictures of me in my 20s, and so you can see what a garbage. Ugh. And I wrote a poem. It's on a piece of paper, and I won't read it very well. We gather here today to mourn the loss of the 20s version of Rob. You're finally dead. You got your wish. Good job. Since you're no longer here, let us speak of you honestly. You were tall and heavy-set, your only notable quality. And modestly stating, you did a lot. You were a frat boy, a rugby player, an improviser, a filmmaker, an intern, a merchant of books, phones, and pies. But above all else, you were a man that deserved to die. Make no mistake, it takes true gumption for a man to do comedy for years without earning a single laugh or the respect of his peers. But you made yourself laugh, and did so with grace, to the point that everyone around you wanted to slap that smirk off your face. Yet all those improv classes, think how much you spent, wasting time and money so you could barely make the rent. But as you give us something we'll have until our final day, a giant fuck-off stomach and a sense of dismay. So the real true Rob, who was he? Close friends say, I wish he'd see a therapist instead of unloading on me. But his life wasn't easy. He took on many hardships. Or so he thought, because he was an egotistical, self-centered narcissist. And if you don't believe me, it's worth a mention. He made his own TV show just to get attention. So good riddance to him and his big head. Now we wait another 10 years until this version of Rob is also dead. Thank you for applauding the past decade of my life being dead.
We applaud at the funeral? I don't know.
Yeah, please applaud at my funeral. You're all invited. Yeah. Awesome. So that was a fun thing, right? How you guys feeling? How's the crowd in here feeling? I'm getting good vibes off you. You guys ready for me to bring up the first guest of the night? Oh boy, man. I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm probably going to do too much of introducing each one because all of them really mean a lot to me. But this first guest, when I moved here, about 6 years ago, when I moved back to New York, this was the person in town. She does a show every day of the week, an original show, something unique and interesting, and every time I went to one, I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world. She hosts Punderdome, which you can also buy on the internet as a game, which is crazy. Also, she is a writer for Jimmy Fallon's show. Amazing. I'm so happy for, oh God. Please give it up for Joe Firestone.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Rob. That was so that was so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Rob, happy birthday. Are you gonna sit there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll sit here.
You gonna sit there?
Yeah.
You don't want to sit closer?
I can sit close, yeah.
Yeah, sit closer.
Okay.
I was just thinking about this really quickly. Do you like when people sing the birthday song to you?
I'm split on it.
Right, because you want it to happen, but where to look when it does.
Yeah.
Right. It's a tricky thing to figure out who to make eye contact with and when.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to look at each other when they sing, and especially when one person isn't singing, you're not supposed to look at that person. It's rude. You learn that in a choir. But I thought it would be an interesting thing. You know, if I don't know much about cameras, but what if we did do a slow zoom in on Rob's face as we sang the birthday song, just to study it, yeah, if you could look into the camera, and I think it would just be an interesting, just a study on what happens exactly. I think you would help people year-round. I think this is a universal experience, and I mean, does anyone here like the birthday song?
I like it.
You like it when people sing it to you?
Yeah.
What do? You sing with them?
No, I just bask in the glory.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable. Someone else said that they liked it?
I like it.
Why?
Just because it's a celebratory factor, and then I don't know where
Wait,
to
I'm
stare.
sorry. Wait, can I go? I just want to go back. Celebratory factor? You just love parties?
Oh, I love the party.
Right, of course. Okay, I understand. So it's less about the personal attention, and it's more about you just love it. It's just a party time.
Well, it's about me, like as you said, you were staring down at the floor. I mean, but that's what I do. I have no eye contact to make.
Oh,
I just accept it all.
that's a really helpful tip. That is a very helpful tip. That is exactly what you have to do. So now, Rob, are you ready for this?
I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna feel bad. But that's just it's good. You know what I mean? It's for the good of everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody knows his name. That's kind of a tricky part, when you start singing the birthday song and then you think, what is his name? But it's Rob. Everybody knows that, right? Dear Rob. I guess we could do Rob Spenser. We could do...
Rob. I mean, it's Robert.
Robert?
My brother calls me.
Do you want to go by Robert this time?
I don't know if I like that.
I mean, has anyone called you Robert? Has anyone in this room called him Robert? No, it's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel
weird regardless.
Okay, well, we'll stretch out the syllables in Rob. I think, huh? Bobby Spence? You want to do Bobby Spence? We just talked about how weird Robert would be. Okay. So, we'll try it. Okay, so everybody, it's crazy how, okay. The cameras are ready. Which camera will be?
Four's going.
4's going to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You could turn your chair. That's kind of strange, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of look like you're posing for a photo on the Titanic. Great. Okay, here we go. Feel free to look at anybody, but you know you won't. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. Happy birthday, dear Rob. Happy birthday to you. Wow, that is exactly how I would have done it. Yeah, that's exactly, yes, give it up for Rob. Wow, that was, what a proof that there's a universal language, you know, and it's don't sing to me. That's something, isn't it? You can turn your chair back.
I didn't think about how daunting it was.
I know, it's very daunting.
happened.
I'm sure I have some time left, but maybe not much. All right. So I did want to say that I am 30 already. I've been 30 for a little bit, so I have more wisdom. No offense. And I have a little bit more wisdom. I've had some life experience, and well, I guess mostly that I can tell you what every diner food tastes like. I can tell you what all of them taste like. So I'm going to go through and just tell you what all of them taste like. That's a little gift. And if I miss any at the end, just let me know and I'll try to address it. I will not do repeats. So please pay attention. If you're just thinking, I'm going to say French toast no matter what, I encourage you to, really stop and think. Okay, are we ready? Okay, here we go. We are ready? Yes. Okay. Okay. Chicken masala. Don't get this. Nachos. This is going to be chips with a wet, salty sauce. Grilled cheese. This is going to be the saltiest bread. Tuna melt. This is going to be essentially a cat's dream. All right? It's a cold tuna salad with hot cheese, and it shouldn't be a sandwich, but it is. Hamburger. This is pretty standard. It may be a little bigger than you'd expect, and you're going to think, "Wow, can I finish all of this?" And then you are. Hamburger deluxe is going to be, well, deluxe in other countries it kind of refers to, like kings and queens, but in America it refers to lettuce and tomato. So deluxe is going to come with French fries and a little cup of coleslaw that just gets passed around from plate to plate. It's actually never been eaten. Jell-O, that's just Jell-O. Home fries, that's going to be orange potatoes, is going to be the croutons of breakfast. The light option, that's going to be cottage cheese and pineapple and some kind of meat chunks. It's not actually light, but you're not going to want to eat a lot of it. Veal parm, this is going to be a hamburger pizza style placed on a bed of cool spaghetti. Coffee, this is going to be brown river water you're supposed to drink with cream. Pancakes, these are very heavy. You think it's going to be like a frivolous, fun choice. Let's go get pancakes. It's going to ruin your day. You got to lay down. Coke, you're going to get Pepsi, and Pepsi, I don't know what it is, but it's not soda. 7-Up is going to be seltzer with the tang. Orange soda is going to be juice, and orange juice might be water with a lemon and a sweet and low in it, which is what my dad calls lemonade light. And egg cream is going to be chocolate milk that got upset. No one's ordered this since 1959. Don't be the first, Omelets, this is the most melted cheese you can get on a plate without ordering melted cheese. Belgian waffle, this is a butter trap. You're going to think it's like a fun little thing. You just need a fork, but you're going to need a knife too. It's going to be hard to cut. You're going to embarrass yourself. Mozzarella sticks, these are going to be too hot and then inedible. I hope you like mouth burns and hot cheese. Curly fries, these are going to be somehow $4.50 more than regular fries, but you're going to get fewer. Quesadillas are going to give you a panini and then say it's your problem now. French toast that's gonna be cold to the touch and egg to the taste. Okay, pickles. I don't know what these are, but they're not pickles. It's some kind of toxic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle business. Scrambled eggs, if a puddle was a salad and made of eggs. And meatloaf. This is the only thing that the chef cares about. Turns out it's his mom's recipe, and guess what? His mom is dead. So this carries the spirit. So I will take a few. I have time for a few that if I miss them.
I'll take a French onion.
Soup?
French onion soup.
French onion soup? Okay, French onion soup. It's gonna come in a little dish you've never seen before in your life. It's got a handle, but who knows who's carrying it anywhere? You know, you're staying put. Now this is gonna be a layer of melted cheese it seems like a fun idea, but actually it's gonna make everything so hot. It's the center of the earth. This is how volcanoes are made. It's terrible, and you're gonna eat just spoonfuls of cheese. If you like that, you're gonna love soup. Yes? Turkey Club? Turkey Club should be called Bread Club because it's mostly just bread, right? Why would you want 3 pieces of bread on a sandwich? I don't mean these to get into personal roasts, but I do think that that's a weird sandwich to get. Also, you need to have a little stick to keep your sandwich together. It's too big.
Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict, this is the least attractive thing you can order at a diner besides one hard-boiled egg. I'd like 2 eggs covered in egg sauce, please. No thanks. Got it. I'll take one more.
Matzo ball soup.
Matzo ball soup. Great. Matzo ball soup. You ever wonder what a meatball would taste like if it was made out of bread? There's matzo ball soup. All right, guys, thanks for having me.
Give it up one more time, Joe Firestone.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You wanna
Okay,
take a seat? It's
sure.
The interview part of the
Okay,
show.
I feel like James Cameron.
Oh, it's fancy seats. It
Yeah.
feels like analytical.
Yes.
Also, I realize the balloons are
No.
a bit in the sight.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
doing that.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just really thankful because you are like, I don't know if it comes across, but I feel like when you're like anyone who's doing comedy now, I think looks at you as like the hardest working person.
Well, let's skip over this
All
part.
right, all right. I feel like I'm gonna
It's
gush
very
about
nice.
everyone.
It's very
Okay.
nice. So nice. We could just get to like,
All
what's
right.
your favorite food
All
and
right. Well,
stuff.
now I feel bad because I was legitimately wondering what's your like go-to order
What's my go-to order?
at a diner?
Today I ordered a potato.
Just a potato.
Yeah, I ate it in front of Fred.
What? You ate it here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I brought it here.
Was there butter or anything?
I
or-
didn't opt for butter. I got some sour cream on there.
Okay.
But it was a baked potato.
Was this a rush order, or was this like just I want a potato to go sort of thing?
What do you mean by rush order?
Well, like I mean, because if you got it from a diner, I feel like most of the time you sit at the diner. Like, did you get it? Did you go into the diner with the intention, I want a potato and I'm taking it on the road with me?
Are you questioning my life choices?
I was just curious about, I want to know, because you know way more than me about diner food, so I feel like you have the best idea. Like, it's
No.
like, oh, do they make it better if they know you're leaving with it?
No, no,
Okay.
they don't make it better if they know. No, why? If you're leaving the premises, so they're not going to try it all. It's barely cooked. But I do think that it's nice to have so much packaging. You know, because you really never know when you're going to need foil or plastic or bags. One time I lived in an apartment that didn't have a bathroom. I shared the bathroom with the guy down the hall, and he was in it for a long time, like 6 hours or something. And I had to go, and I took out a plastic bag, and I took a shit in a bag. And you know, you feel the weight of your own waste, and it doesn't even feel like you went at all, you know. that's something, you know, and that's something, that's part of the perks of takeout.
Having the bags in case.
Having the bags in case, and the napkins. It's pretty much your own. It's food in a bathroom. That's what it is.
Was the guy okay?
Was the guy okay? Why are you asking about the guy? I took a shit in a bag.
No, I mean but if he was in the bathroom for 6 hours.
He was fine.
Okay.
He was fine.
Were you okay?
No, I'm
Okay.
not okay.
I'm sorry for questioning that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I just had to throw it out like I was my own dog.
I don't even know what I could say. That's
Have you ever shit in a bag?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I've never.
You're 30 and you've never shit in a bag.
Should this have been on my 20s bucket list?
Yeah.
I've peed in a takeout cup before, but I feel like that's not.
Was it in a moving car, or was it?
No, this was a similar situation where my roommate was in the bathroom,
Oh.
and I really had to go.
Yeah.
And I felt terrible. I imagine not the same experience, but
It was probably.
on a much smaller scale.
It's okay. A lot of
It's like-
times you get tested, you have to pee in a cup, so it's good practice.
Yeah, that's true. But also is like I'm returning it to where
yes.
like it's you think of it as a place where you consume,
Right.
and then you see it and it's a consumption container, but that you don't want to consume that
From consume to consumption container. Isn't that something? That should be somebody's memoir. I don't know whose, but somebody.
If you want to write it, I'll.
Consume from consumption to consumption container. Was that what it was?
Yeah, from consumption to consumption container. That is a beautiful memoir.
It sounds like it's the beginning of a Sondheim lyric.
Yeah.
It's about
Hey,
consumption
that could
is.
be a musical as well.
Yeah, consumption is when they cough up blood. Is that what that's called?
Yes. Is it? Okay.
All right, so from consumption, tuberculosis to, there's something there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Tuberculosis container, which is what, the plague?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, probably is.
What did you do? I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep asking you questions, but what did you do on your birthday?
Today, what did I do? I took care of some work.
No,
Which
don't.
was,
That can't be the first thing you say.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had lunch with my parents.
You did?
Yeah, so that was.
You like that?
Yeah, it was nice.
They
It was
like
nice.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, on occasion. I think.
That's good.
Yeah,
Where-
I think we don't see each other too often, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think like we pretend to like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to lunch?
A place near Union Square. It was,
Which-
it was I can't remember the name. It was like a something grill. What?
Blue Water Grill.
Okay, Blue Water Grill.
Blue Water Grill?
It was very
That's
nice.
a Danny Meyer establishment.
Is it?
It was wonderful. I applied for a job there 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get it? No. Okay. I'm sorry. It was a nice restaurant.
Yeah, it seemed like a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Do they do tipping, or is that one of the restaurants that have stopped doing tipping?
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of
I
Danny
didn't pay
Meyer.
the bill for this.
Oh,
but
of course, you
yeah,
got parents.
They got it. Yeah. If they didn't, good on them. Yeah, get rid of tipping altogether and make the wages better for the staff.
That's good. What if that
Hopefully.
was the point of this show? Is just to
Yeah,
kind of get
it's just
that.
there's a moral behind the show. and
That's
it's-
very nice.
And it's let's get rid of tipping in America and just pay our staff better. 4 isn't the camera we're going to right now. So there's a tradition with the show. I mean, you
How
are.
many shows have there been?
This is the 4th. So
Oh, that's enough to be
that's
a
enough to have the tradition.
Oh,
yeah.
are you a member?
What? No, not
Oh.
anymore. I was when I was in Canada, but I don't have one here. I had a Canadian account. That was my bank.
Okay.
So tradition at a legitimate television show. So most of the time it's up and coming comedians,
Yes.
and they get their first performance credit on a TV show. But they also I like having them have a writing credit, and I'd like you to also have a writing credit if you're cool with it. So basically, if you write literally anything on here, I will read it, and then you will be an official writer for a legitimate television show, which is sort of a.
Okay.
More for me than for you, for sure. But I'd appreciate it. You could see Jo doing all sorts of stuff. She's great. Anytime you see Joe Firestone on any show, watch that show because it's going to be great. You saw her tonight. She was amazing. Was she not amazing? Let's get an applause. I'll gush now because she's preoccupied. Legitimately, that's in the title. She's I think the hardest working comedian in New York.
That's not, I don't know if that's very nice. Thank you.
Okay. So this is what writer Joe Firestone wrote for a legitimate television show. I am a happy birthday boy. Ooga booga. Go me. Go me. I am a lucky boy. Yippee. Thank you, Joe. And just two more things, because this is legitimate. So you are now a professional writer on a legitimate television show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is great. Thank you.
On top of that, you are an award-winning writer and performer on a legitimate television show.
Yeah.
Congratulations. This is a Joe Firestone Award.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you so much
comes at
for
you
being
fast.
here.
Thank you so much.
You did
This
it.
is so nice.
Thank you.
Rob. Thank you.
Thank you. Give it up, Joe Firestone. Just the best. Okay. Next up, man. Sorry, I'm getting real red with these introductions. But this next guest, basically, I wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for this person. I found him when I was 16 performing improv at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and he became my favorite guy. And then he had his show, the Chris Gethard Show. He has a podcast, Beautiful Anonymous. He had a live show, Career Suicide. One of my favorite people in the world. Please give it up, Chris Gethard.
Hello, Rob. Happy birthday. That was such a nice intro. Thank you for that. Very happy to be back in this studio. Very fond memories here and in this neighborhood. It's all the talk of diners, which Joe is very anti-diner. I'm very pro-diner. We fall on opposite sides of the fence on that one. It reminded me, there's a diner right around the corner from here, and I haven't thought about this in a while. My favorite piece of graffiti I've ever seen was in the stall at the Olympic Flame Diner for years. This was in this men's room stall for years. It said, call this number, and then there was a phone number, and it said, I will suck your dick. Call this number. It will be a high school. Ask for Mr. Lifson. He is a science teacher. I am him. I will suck your dick. And it was the best. It was the best. It was the best attempt I've ever seen by some dumb teenager to somehow humiliate it. And the best part is, I bet someone was desperate enough one day that called and was like, hey, is Mr. Lifson busy right now? Or
I'd call him.
You would call him?
I would.
I'm getting heckled at a legitimate television show. Good to know. Good to know. Very happy to be here. Now, Rob, you mentioned. Also, I want to say one thing, Rob. I have finally learned, after many years of you reminding me, that you were not, in fact, Canadian for many, many years. I believe you went to college in Canada, and because of that, I thought you were Canadian. And I want to apologize to you because for multiple moments, there have been at least half a dozen times where I've asked you what it was like growing up in Canada, and you have very gently explained to me once again that you are not, in fact, Canadian. My birthday gift to you tonight is that I have learned once and for all, you briefly resided in Canada. But you're also very nice, which adds to the Canadian nature of things. You have a Canadian vibe. But Rob, you mentioned you saw me do improv. I actually really quit doing improv years ago. I do it very, very sparingly, once, twice a year, if that. But I was thinking to challenge myself. I've actually I've done almost everything at M&N. I've never done improv here, and people have asked me over the years, are you ever do improv? I said, no, I don't like it. I don't want to commit it to film. But that's where you first saw me. That's very nice. So I was hoping that if it was okay with you, rather than do stand-up, I'd like to use the rest of my set to do some improv, if that's okay. So I'm going to ask a good friend of mine. I believe he took a level 1 improv class in 2009. Brett Davis and I are going to do some improv. Ladies and gentlemen. Improv energy.
Yes, and
Yeah. So Brett and I have not talked about this. This is not a joke at all.
it's completely made up right on the scene. You won't believe your eyes. Don't ask us afterwards if we wrote it, because we didn't.
I bet we have maybe 5 minutes left, if that. Rob, as the birthday boy, can we have a suggestion? What would you like to see your birthday improv be about?
tire swing.
A tire.
I heard tire swing.
I heard tire swing. Thank you. Tire swing.
Say, are these tires that are out here? Are they just for free? Are they like kind of ripped or anything, or are you selling them?
No, those are free tires. I'm giving those away. As long as you don't ask me why I have them or why I'm giving them away, then you can have them. And then they're your problem. And then the curse is attached to you. Nah.
Hey, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but you mentioned the curse.
I took things a little bit too far.
You know what? I'm not going to ask you what the curse is. I'm just going to say that you said it, and then I'm going to continue to ask questions about these tires.
Yeah.
And you know, if that leads to more information, because you seem to volunteer that first part real fast.
I got a real motor mouth, you know?
Okay.
I need to learn when to take my foot off the gas when it comes to talking, because I didn't want you to know that at all. These are great tires, quality tires. They'll get you through the snow. I'm not gonna lie, the cat's out of the bag. They are cursed. I'd rather not say how. I'll tell you that I once also came into possession of them for free. That is part of it. It's a little bit like The Ring. You know The Ring, the videotape?
No, I know the magazine, the boxing magazine.
Yeah. List the different weight classes, different matches, recaps, weight classes, who's coming up.
Yeah, is that movie about the boxing magazine?
No, I'm glad you haven't seen it, because it would maybe indicate some elements of the curse that I don't want you to know.
Oh, what's the movie about then?
It's about like a videotape where when you watch it, you're gonna die unless you can get somebody else to watch it before you die. And there's this little girl, she crawls out of fucking TV. Spoilers. So basically, yeah, it's like that. Like.
It's funny you mentioned little girl, because I was actually gonna take one of these tires and make a tire swing for my.
Yeah, she'll die. If you did that with one of these tires, she'll die. If you try to have fun with these tires. The whole curse is like if you put these on your car, you'll die unless you can get them onto somebody else's car before you die. I've almost died so many times since I got these tires, and if you put them on your car, then you'll die unless you can get somebody to take them off your hands. It's a whole thing. I shouldn't be saying any of this.
Trust me, I do these Craigslist things all the time.
Yeah.
And people are just sometimes dishonest, and you get home and you got a lemon or something, you know.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm not lying. I'm not.
There's
being
5
dishonest.
tires here.
Oh yeah.
So presumably, only 4 of them were on a car.
Yeah.
And who knows if they were all cursed?
Yeah.
So with some certainty, you could say maybe these aren't all a cursed set. Maybe it's just like one or
It's a
one or
fair
two.
question. Fair question. I'll never know. I came into them as in possession of a set. If somebody was to split them up, give them to 5 people and see which individual became cursed, or if all 5 individuals became cursed, that would be up to them. What I can say right here, right now, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, is that I'm fucked. And I'm fucked bad. And the only other thing I can say is that I think these would look great on your car. I can also say that. Looking at this automobile.
Do they got any rips in them or anything?
No rips, no tears. They're great in the snow. You don't have to put chains, all-wheel drive, off-wheel drive. I've driven these things up mountains. I've driven these things I've driven these things through shallow bodies of water.
Wait, you drove cursed tires on up a mountain?
Sometimes, to be fair, I didn't necessarily drive. Sometimes the car takes you places. That's part of the curse, is that the tires can overtake any automobile and put you in situations that are truly death-inducing unless you happen to make them death-defying. A lot of times you'll go to open the door and the lock will just start fucking with you, going up and down on its own. This thing once drove me into a functioning circus, into the middle of a lion act. Through the cage, the people fled, the lion tamers fled, the lions surrounded me.
Oh, my
the lions
kid
attacked me
loves the
through
circus.
the car.
My kid loves the circus.
Yeah. That being said, really great traction, fantastic traction. The traction is really, it leaves nothing to be desired. We'll say sometimes a demon does speak through the tires.
Mm-hmm. You know, I came here looking for just a good pair, a good set of tires.
Yeah.
But I'm a weird Craigslist guy.
Yeah.
Like, I do weird shit
What's
sexually.
the weirdest thing? Is this the weirdest thing you ever got off Craigslist?
Oh, hell no.
Cursed
No.
tires?
No,
That's not it?
The kid. The kid.
That's not your kid.
No, it's my kid. I got it.
Biologically, though, wasn't always your kid.
I bought the kid, so legally, smuggler's rules, the kid is mine.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to look the other way on that one. You don't worry. You help me deal with the tire situation. I won't call the authorities on your kid's situation.
Okay, so what are we looking at for his tires?
Free, buddy. You take them on my hands. These are for you, man. These are for you.
There's got to be a catch.
No.
There's got to be a catch.
No catch. The only catch is that you will be the one cursed. You and your family and your children and the people you love will be
My children are going to be cursed?
Yeah, well, not only through your eventual death. I mean, it will focus solely on you, but that will bring sadness to them.
Because I have kids I like.
I mean, this thing's going to try to drive you right straight into walls. It's going to try to drive you into other cars. You put these tires on your car, it's going to drive you into fire.
That's cool. I get off on that because I'm a weird Craigslist guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to think about my family, my wife and my real kid, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you have a real kid, too?
Yeah.
Is your real kid competitive with the kid you bought?
Yeah.
Wow, I could see that.
The one kid trains fighting with the younger one.
Oh, which one?
The bought one, the girl.
Oh, yeah, because you
Yeah.
like the ring, boxing.
Yeah.
You encourage fighting.
Yeah, encourage fighting with the stranger's kid. Yeah, I guess I'll take these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Great. Thank you so much. You freed me from a truly stressful short life. Thank you for that.
No,
it's like a second lease on life here.
Yeah.
They are yours now. Now that you've verbally said it, they're yours. The curse is yours.
Cool. This is like a Pandora's box situation.
Not really. I mean, you knew exactly what you were getting into.
Yeah, I guess you were pretty descriptive with what the curse will entail.
Yeah. So are you got 2 tires on each arm. You just want me to put the 5th one around your neck?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, man.
All right.
Yeah. Good luck.
Hey, what are you doing now?
Thank you guys so much. That went well. That was great, right? Yeah. It went a lot better than I think either one of us thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Tom Ridgely, my Improv 101 coach. Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
I'd like to thank Kevin Mullaney, Michael Delaney, Armando Diaz, Ian Roberts. These were some of my teachers over the years.
We get it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Give it up. Chris Gethard and Brett Davis.
I hope that was okay.
That was great. Thank you.
Thanks,
Man,
yeah,
that,
please.
That took me back.
Please, yeah.
First of all, before we start the interview portion, I am obligated to say that if you tuned in about 20 minutes ago looking for DVTV, Rich and Gene are currently on assignment, so this is a legitimate television show in its place. Please keep watching. You've already made it this far. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. So good to see you. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you, man, you started this like. I feel weird having you here because I feel like what I'm doing is like trying to build something in the shadow of what you created here. Which is like I don't know how to describe
No, but
that.
that
It's
means a
like,
lot to me. Like, you shouldn't feel weird about that because I always said, like, with our show here, I always kind of felt like I'm kind of amazed our show still keeps going. I always thought it would have burned out longer, but I always said I have a feeling like we're gonna do this odd thing, and then somebody who watches it is gonna like pick up. Like, I always felt like there's somebody out there right now who's 14 who's gonna one day say like, I watched this thing, and that's part of how I got good. And I always felt like that was like gonna be our legacy. So it actually means a lot. I feel like you're doing one of the things that I really hoped would happen.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think there's still people it's like I see people who are like, oh man, I just found out that Chris had a public access show that I'm watching now. And maybe, I don't know, some people in the audience right now weren't aware of it. Chris did, just to give you a quick backstory, Chris did it was originally a live stage show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. He brought it here. It's called The Chris Gethard Show. It's a really weird show. It kind of came together as it went, and it became a beautiful thing that ran for 4 years. Got picked up by a network. It became a real show. Not to say it wasn't a real show before, because everything in the studio is a legitimate TV, and it's a legitimate
But it became a more traditional show.
A more traditional
platform.
airways, but even so. And I think it really did inspire a lot of people. I think,
thanks, man.
You know, you as a person have and continue to do so.
I do my best, man. Just trying to make that fucking money, you know?
Get that paycheck.
That's really what I was always about. It was really just a long con. The 4 years I spent storing a set in the trunk of my car, pouring thousands of dollars of my own money into a dream. It ultimately was just a long con so I could get that fucking cheddar, you know? It was always about the cash. It was never about integrity. That lose well bullshit was very calculated. I'm all about winning. I always have been. I always, like anyone who ever got a lose well tattoo in spirit of the show, just know that I laugh my ass off every time. I was like, that's some clown ass shit. This one was fake. That was just calculated. I was just trying to be like the king of the underdogs because I felt like that was what was hot back then. And, you know.
No, I learned, I mean, when I was watching up in Toronto, which I'm not from, when I was watching up there, I was like, wow, this show means so much.
And then you met me in person.
And I was like, it was all a bullshit front.
And I think the first time we met, you actually like knocked on the door of my office and came in before I had said enter, and I threw $10,000 in singles at your face.
I do vaguely remember
And
that.
that's how you got to know the real me.
Yeah. I picked up most of them.
Yeah.
But
I commanded you to.
You're like, you ever play that game 52 Pickup?
10,000. I stole your punchline. I'm sorry.
No, that was the punchline. Oh man, I was gonna go back to serious questions.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I mean, more recently, I think you found like a different niche for yourself. Niche.
I've never known either. Niche.
There's
I would say niche or niche.
One of those. You found a thing for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's I feel like kind of changed what your style sort of. I mean, you've always had like a more sort of raw emotional kind of aspect to it.
It's been hard for me to figure out.
Yeah, because I feel like people like.
Well, what you're beating around the bush is that.
Well, I feel
I'm no longer as much of a visible public failure anymore.
I mean,
and I've had to adjust to that. It's true.
To some degree, I was going to say you're no longer perceived as like a straightforward comedian as much as.
My work is no longer funny. Yeah.
I mean,
it's really odd. It's very odd for me. Yeah.
I feel like that's been
my
like.
stand-up is now sad, and the thing I'm most successful at is a podcast that is not funny. And when I try to be funny on it, the fans of it actually get mad. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I find that funny too.
Yeah, it's odd. I've had to get comfortable with it. I've had to like just be okay with like, this is where the tides have taken me. Just like show respect to the fact that like this is a gift, you know? There was a part of me that for a long time was like, I don't get to be funny. This is like not cool, but I actually think it's very cool. And I've actually like learned more and more that the fans of the podcast in particular like are very, very different than fans of my other work. Like most of the fans of the public access show were all teenagers, like you were when you founded, college kids, and like people who were older than that who maybe had like a little bit of like a outsider spirit. And like the podcast, it's a lot more, you know, straight-laced people and older people, and a lot of like older female listeners who lead very traditional lives and have no idea that I like spent a lot of time in the studio, like taking off my clothes and letting dominatrixes have their way with me, and having like random audience members legitimately get up and hit me on the air and like things like that. Like they just don't know any of that. And someone left a comment on the Facebook page of the podcast that said like, oh, Chris was in The Office, that's crazy. And someone said like, oh, that's nice, but I don't watch The Office, it's too edgy for me. And I was like, if they ever find out the real shit I did, they're gonna run for the hills, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, they have no idea that
It's been weird though.
Yeah, it's, I like it. Like I find, I mean, even my discovery, like, cause the first time I saw you, I was in high school, came down to UCB, I think it was NASCAT, and it was all people from SNL. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I was the underdog of that show for a long time,
by the end of the show, I was like, he's my new favorite guy.
Thanks, man.
Found your show, and then one of my teammates in Toronto, like send me a link about the article you did with depression, and I was like, shit, that's another like, because that was something I didn't have something to relate to too. This is getting real serious. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Every time someone talks to you, it gets too serious.
It does. Look at that. Just let me be funny, man.
Sorry, I'm trying to get you that
trying
money.
to do bits. How I'm all about the cash, and you're bringing up like the real life reality that my career is turning into a serious. I'm basically becoming a serious radio host.
Full circle. You're now.
So much.
That's a full.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And as you may have seen before,
I'm gonna get real on you.
Like you to be a writer. Okay.
I'm gonna get real on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you write that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will be a writer on the show. I'm going to quickly do a plug for you. Chris's show, Career Suicide, is coming to HBO. Not technically TV, but it's close. May 6th, you can watch his special. I've seen it live. It's fantastic. It's a comedy show about depression and suicide, but mostly comedy. But yeah, everyone should watch it because it's great. Oh man, this is gonna be long and deep. I set myself up for this. So also watch the Chris Gethard show. You can see like the studio when it was younger. That's not the point of watching the show. It's a hilarious show. There's a lot of weird shit that goes on, and it's just a fun joyride that you'll probably binge in a week and then wonder what you did with your life in a good way. Just like then you'll have to walk outside after it. Usually people write a sentence for me to read, or just like a quick blurb. This is going to be a longer one, but I'll stretch it out. I'm doing this to myself as we go. I'm doing the stretch sign. This is usually a sign that other people would do to me to continue talking. I don't need that because I'm doing it for myself. Oh, you're done. Okay, I'm now going to read the writings of writer for a legitimate television show, Chris Gethard. Dear Rob, thanks for having me on the show. It was so fun. I hope for your birthday you give yourself the gift of not being so nice. You are great and so warm. I think you can have everything you want in life, but you have to stop being so nice and take it. I believe in you so much. Your friend, Chris. Oh man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Also, you're an award-winning
Thank you so much.
comedian.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, I got one for you, Brett.
Oh,
I'm going
wow.
to say, Brett Davis, if you could come up here. Brett is an award.
Get that energy up. Come on, yeah.
Professional payment. Brett Davis is also a huge part of this show because basically it started because Brett does a show here every Wednesday night called The Special Without Brett Davis. He let me do the show once, and I did it. This is the 4th time I've done it, and it's all thanks to Brett. So thank you so much. And he's great. You should watch the show.
I didn't do all this. This is all you.
Yeah, but still, you're an award-winning professional performer on a legitimate television show. Yeah. Tuck it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I like it.
$1. Woo! Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to get back to sitting position so I can introduce the next guest and be really bad at it. Okay. This is the first ever musical performance on a legitimate television show. I'm really excited for this because this is, bar none, my favorite artist in the world. Yeah, setting up high. Sorry for building up too much, but yeah. He's been I don't even know. Saying a rapper is too limiting because he's just like an amazing artist, creator, musician. He does it all, and he's been doing it for so long, and he's so good at it. And you should listen to every piece of music that he makes because he's amazing. Get up. All of you guys, get up and dance to Tonedeff.
Big shout out to Rob. Everybody make some noise for Rob. All right, so my name is Tonedeff, y'all. That's Tonedeff, no spaces. What was that? 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 No spaces. Yes, make some motherfucking noise for yourselves, y'all. I can curse, right? Good. All right, so look, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're doing this for Rob tonight, so I need everybody up. If you're in this room right now, push to the front. Let's have fun with this shit. Here we go. Can I get the music a little louder, please? Oh, this is fun. I love y'all. Thank you. All right. This is my first joint. It's called Competitive Nature. It's off the new album, Polymer. Check it out in stores, Spotify, all that. It's about when you go for shit and you realize late in the game, like, why the fuck am I going for this shit? That's not what I really want. This is what I really want. So it's all about getting what you really want. So put your hands up in the sky like this, like this. Hey, 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 let me hear you, hey. Ho! Let me hear you, hey. Let me hear you, ho. Hey. Hey. Now, let go. Everybody say, let it go. Come on, 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 let it go. Listen, everybody wanna be the best, but do none of the work. Leaving it cooked dinner to come for the dessert. Well, there's nothing that they can do that I can't, but that doesn't work in reverse. Ain't another person on earth this verse, and when I turn the verse, I'll let polymer serve the purpose to further convert these terms, but it won't. Sheep think everyone is the GOAT, you heard? And the hurt is hurting me, but they never heard me, and it's tragic. Urban legend gets sense and presses curse me with the past, and I'm banned because the word veteran is the dirtiest to rap. Well, mother longevity, I never tire when I kick the facts. Reinvent the wheel, auto-tune it, then fix the flat. In a single comparison, let's mix and match, now take the pattern. When they get the smoke, they'll take 2 hits and pass. But the metronome niggas again, 2 clicks and gas. With no breath control, and they're a vegetable. These pussy lions get put on the pedestal. Expect the tone, average 6 bars, and the rest of this is spectacle. Shit's off the wall, like it was a pedestal. Tell me you heard somebody better, bro. The best technical rapper, reliable, what do I gain from it? Sing this ain't nothing when it comes to the paying public. Someone will cake doesn't it suddenly gangbusters. Fuck who you name, buddy, who's busted will change dozens of times in a case study. If one of us gains love, we're divided, we change money and become what we hate for something we like. Hey! Be done. There's nothing you can win that can't be won. Don't want it anymore, so I gotta let it go. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can bring that can't be brung. Don't want it anymore. Everybody, let it go. Come on, let it go. Come on, let it go. No, let it go. Come on, go. Come on, let it go. Let it go. I used to watch these award shows with tears in my eyes. I was supposed to be there in my mind. Here were these guys that appear overnight that are stealing my shine. I had spent so many years of my time recording and performing and writing lyrics as notch. My career was my life. Failure is death, and I'd only disappear if I died. We're talking serious drive off of a cliff, no partner assist. And if the best is who be steering them wide. Hearing the rhymes, clearly a crime to scare me alive. So when some other people get signed, it would spear me aside. Depressed beneath the veneer of my smile, but I had to face the fact. So let me put the mirror to mine. See, my fear is a lie. In the confidence that I accomplish a fraction of my thoughts. If you cheated about my progress, shit me on to the funeral. Here we go with the rawness. Those that have what you want, did what you knew you could do, but cut it because it wouldn't be true to you. You don't want to make music, but do she do to do whatever suits you. It's cool, but the proof's in the pudding. You moved in them shoes. The most brutal music is fueled by the truth. That isn't improvement in you. Money, who in the fuck is you losing to? So test the limits and pursue the goals that you control. The only assertion about winning shit that you should know is success will determine if you're driven or delusional. Peace. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can win that can't be won. Don't want it anymore, so I gotta let it go. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can bring that can't be brung. Don't want it anymore, so I gotta let it go. Come on, let it go. Come on, go. Come on, let it go. Come on, let it go. Come on, let it go. 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 Thank you.
Tonedeff. Give it up. Yeah, everyone find your way back to your seats. Oh man, thank you so much for being here. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Come take a seat. Sorry, it's a weird dead lull after I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, comedy and music, it is kind of a hard switch.
It's a very hard switch.
Yeah, I apologize for doing that to you, but I think, man, you really brought this place down. I appreciate it.
I hope everybody here enjoyed that.
Yeah. Also, the first time I've ever seen that one live.
Second time I've ever done that live.
Okay, man, okay. That's a fucking
We're
treat.
breaking out the birthday gift, son.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Man, it's crazy having you on here. I've wanted you to be here so many times. I think similarly, like I feel like I've kind of, I've tried to sell you to every friend I have.
I apologize for all of that to all of your friends.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at doing this, but Yeah, I think because a lot of people I know are in the comedy community, and I think I know a lot of people through Gethard show, and I think it's a similar trajectory that both of you have had in terms of kind of being overlooked for so many years, and honestly, like you are someone who's inspired me again since I was like 16 years old, which is crazy.
I've seen you grow.
Yeah,
like literally.
It is weird.
I mean, you're pretty fucking tall.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I've seen you grow, which means that I've known you a long time.
Yeah,
right.
It's crazy. Yeah, and again, it's like I feel like you've had a lot of changes in your career in terms of sort of starting out as like more of just like in the hip hop scene and going into more battle rap kind of territory, then busting out the party chicks and being known as a fast rapper guy.
Yeah, I've ran the gamut of shit that you're supposed to do as a rapper, and so songs like Competitive Nature are basically me going, you know what, I don't want to do none of that shit anymore. Yeah. Let's make a song about it. Want to hear? Here, go. Like it's one of those situations. But yeah, no, you've seen me kind of go through the whole shit, man.
Yeah.
It's been a run.
I think it's great. I mean, it's like, I wish. I mean, it makes it. I feel like it does make it harder to package you and sell you, which I feel like you've kind of dealt with. But at the same time, you make great music, and I think that's hard. Like where it's like someone who makes eclectic music. How do you sell this?
No, it's tough. I mean, as you know, you're a music fan. It's like, people like to have that one thing that they know that they can get. So when you put on your Spotify station, you want to know that you can have some shit playing in the background of your dinner party. You know what I'm saying? And songs about ass to mouth don't really fly at a dinner party. And I have one of those. It's on my album.
I think I tried putting on a dinner party. Mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews?
Yeah, mixed reviews.
God, I hope they didn't serve chocolate fudge cake at dessert. Sorry, I had to do it.
Come on, guys. It's still a comedy show. It's a legitimate television show.
Yes.
I don't know why I have to plug the name of the show. But yeah, how is it? Because I feel like you've more recently kind of like just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to try to be, because like for the longest time, Q&5, your label was all about, the new hip hop, what hip hop is moving towards, and I think you've kind of.
Oops.
No, I mean, and how has that been sort of in terms of changing it into sort of, because you now just embrace yourself as a musician all around, right?
Honestly, it's always been a thing with us where the reason I'm talking into a mic is because I wasn't mic'd up, so that's why it's weird. The reason why I've moved into this space is just sort of like, if you would see a picture of me 10 years ago, I'm sure you too, I mean, if I had a 4X on, Rob had like a 13X, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I probably wore his shirt.
Mine was tight-fitting, though.
Yeah. So, you kind of, especially when you're younger, you're trying to fit in, you're trying to do everything that everybody else is doing. And as you grow as an artist, you kind of find your own lane. And I kind of found my lane really early, and I was trying to kind of curtail what I was doing to kind of fit into that box, just to kind of get more views and shit like that. And you just get to a point where, it's not very, it's not conducive to like feeling good about yourself after a while. So my whole thing now is basically just trying to do original work in the hip hop space and do things that I haven't heard other rappers do, and basically try to make some Tori Amos songs over some beats. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like that's like, no, honestly, I feel like I use that as a way to describe you to my friends, where I'm like, yeah, he's the fastest English language speaking rapper in the world, but also a huge Tori Amos fan, and that comes up in his music. So honestly, like, if you like anything, give Tonedeff a listen to, because there's a good chance you might like something you hear. Now that song, Competitive Nature, the third verse, I know it's a real personal one, about how you used to watch award shows and like, it was hard because like, why isn't it you? But luckily enough, this is a legitimate television show, and we have awards.
Finally!
So finally, you can go home and watch this and be like, that's me on the big stage, a legitimate television show, winning the awards. Thank you. Also, wait.
Shake your hand.
Oh yeah,
Thank you very much.
absolutely. Yeah, photo op. Yeah. And wait, shit. Here, professional. You're a professional on a legitimate.
Mama, I
television
made it.
Also, I'd like you also to be a writer, if that's cool with you. So all you have to do is write literally anything that I can potentially read on this.
While you stall indefinitely? Sure.
Yes, it's a fun part. Also,
I'm gonna quote Nietzsche.
do you like the official branded It's an officially branded. We had these made. Had to send it out to a factory.
Okay.
Yeah. In the meantime, I will plug and stall. Tonedeff's latest album, Polymer. I could talk about it in depth. It's fantastic. It came out last year. It's a masterpiece. It is. Sorry, it is. It's great. You should buy it. Go on any iTunes, Bandcamp. Am I allowed to plug these things? I don't know if I'm allowed to. But buy it. You should buy his album. Also listen to all of his work because he came out now with an album, 2004, 2005?
2005.
Yeah, Archetype, that album came out in 2005 and has been steady rotation for me, still is. I
love you, man.
I love you too. All right, now I'm gonna read what writer Tonedeff wrote. I'm Rob Spenser. I'm not Canadian, but I play one on TV. Tone, thank you so much.
Dude, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. Would you mind doing a couple more songs for us?
Yeah. Y'all want to hear some more? I mean, people have spoken.
It's my birthday.
Let's do it.
It's my birthday, so you have to.
All right, we'll definitely do it. Put the hat on, bro. How the fuck do you resist?
I'm
All right.
30. All right. Everyone, please give it up. Get up, dance.
Check.
Tonedeff.
All right, so we have like 3 people here. No, we're just kidding. All right, so I need everybody to take their phone out right now. Because I know you're going to be selfieing all the way through this shit, so I figured I'd just make a goddamn song about it and let you do what you're going to do, all right? So, can we make the world's first selfie video, music video in here? I want to compile all your clips. Please email it to me, tone@qn5.com. Let's do this shit.
My shit's dead. Maybe you can jump in on
All right. Okay. Look at me, look at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. Life's a house of mirrors, and I'm hooked to the view. I wipe them down to clear them, and I'm pushing them through. 1,000 eye cockles and feet smushed to the room. Blue with the Jonathan Oxman, and I'm just as aloof. A crowd of identical twins, I'm as stuck as a crew. I found that I can't count on myself, need a look of approval. Let's hammer it home, shatter my sense of self, fragmented soul. I'm the emptiest shell, no courtesy from love. So I measure this wealth in the currency of lust, and I'm spending it well. I'm your heaven and hell, echo sentiment swell as you beg me to mention your name, heckle and yell. Girls in their dresses, worshiping mirrors, live for the spotlight. Won't you come near us? Boys serve as minions, ready to serve as the cameras give life to the death on the surface. Girls in their dresses, worshiping mirrors, live for the spotlight. Won't you come near us? Royal service minions, ready to serve as the. Now everybody follow along, it's real easy. Say, it's all about me, 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 me. It's all about. It's all about me, 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 me. It's all about. It's all about me. Hey, come with us. Buck 1,000 words I can spend it on one picture. Plus to drown your thirst and pretend I'm a monk. Sip up, drunken off the curses and bent into submission. Listen, thumbprint is a drug to an obsession with stalking. This reflection is us. It's an obsession with stalking. And some of ourselves pull us to self for something to sell. Addicted to wishing that we were somebody else. If you follow along, you can follow me back. If you got me all in your paws, you within the palm of my hand. You got a problem at all of it. Better be positive. Active, you won't be bored. I am gone. Pick the massage my chap with a rapture within a nap. Read your responses aloud. Please fill your heart to the best. Straight to all that you tapped and pass it along. Authors and casters crack the assault like I am an icon. Refreshing, I'm a symbol of my status. Their dresses, worshiping mirrors, live for the spotlight. Won't you come? Put them up, girls and minions, ready to serve as the cameras give light. Pull your cameras out, everybody. It's all about me, 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 me. It's all about. It's all all about me, 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 me. It's all about this side. It's all about. 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 It's all about me. All right, you can put your fucking phones away. Pay attention, guys. Okay, check it out. So, how many of y'all have never heard of Tonedeff before tonight? Make noise, make noise. All right, fuck y'all. How many of y'all have heard of me before tonight? I love you guys. So, some of y'all do know and some of y'all don't know. I do some fast rap shit. And when I say I do fast rap shit, it's not what you're accustomed to. It's not Twista, it's not Kendrick Lamar, it's not Tech 9, it's Tonedeff shit. Now, contrary to popular belief, this does not help for cunnilingus. But we can try to test it out, ladies, if you know what I mean. So, y'all want to hear me do a party trick? I said, do y'all want to hear me do a party trick? That's more fucking like it, man. All right, let's do this shit. Fist up, come on, come on. Everybody, fist up, come on. Fist up, come on. Fist up, come on. Hey, hey, now let me hear you say Q and 5. Say Q and 5. Now scream.
Jam.
You and I rock with a better nigga, space and time over the base around. Son of mistakes, you better go with the pace and I told the name if you don't know what the case of rock. Go with the take a shot, you better disgrace and I follow with the breakers like a ship with the way. The odds of the blinkers, I got them homeboard in the bottom, over the acre about it. Break the brawl, event of the same talk, your ass back with the better than baseball. I hate when they come to fast rap, shame on you hate mongers. Hey! They claim the papers, they gotta get me bidding me up and butter, remain the common state of a leader, dominant, the body, making a monica, taking it down the way to the audience, savers every sound, and be like, damn! Ain't no motherfucker to be spitting this quick, living a day, hit him in the head with a stick, give him a second, up in the president, he missed it. This kid flips about some double breath and lyrical death. Some of the Christians, typical bench for niggas, the jacket, the tip of the death, and the will that a better back. Critics is inconsistent, hypocritical litigants with no business, giving any limit, just some dimwits, stand up in the like a bitch to stick with this skip, no rim, mix with this twist, and never take this flow, raise blow, but the name belongs to yo. You might want to take it slow. Make some fucking noise for Rob! Are you not entertained? All right, let me hit you one more time. A little bit faster this time. Let's up it up and up in the month, time we get the best of the bunch, and a bit of cuts, you don't want to test it, all of the spit from puppet stands, get the better with the kick, jump niggas in the press and the fluff, that you give it up, beat them in the head with the punch and the billy club, caressing the guns and protesting the dunks, and because of the funk, they don't ever the one with a sense you can trust, and you better believe because I'm an excellent judge, making records appeal to bigger forces. Oh, man. You know what? I don't think y'all quite understand what the fuck I'm doing up here right now. So let me break it down for you slowpoke motherfuckers. Is that Drake? This is what I'm saying. I am not up here going, although I have seen people go, and I wanted my money back. But it's a free show, so funny. So check it out. This is what I'm saying. Real lyrics. Let's step it up. At the minimum, tell me I'm the best in the bunch and admit it, cause you don't want to test with the level that I spit from. Puppeteer snares, get your pedal with a kick drum. Niggas ain't impressed with the fluff that you're giving them. Beat them in the head with a punch or a billy club. Either you're caressing your guns or obsessed with your dunks. If you quest for the funk, Tonedeff is the one with the sense you can trust. Let's step it up in a minute, month, so we get the best in the bunch, and a bit because you don't want to test it all over the spit from puppeteer snares, get a pedal with a kick drum. Niggas ain't impressed with the fluff that you give it them. Beat them in the head with a punch and a billy club. Either you're caressing your guns or obsessed with your dunks. If you got to the funk, Tonedeff is the one with the sense you can trust. And you better believe it, cause I'm an excellent judge. Make a records of people up in the beds and the buzz, and it never can be too slow. Probably couldn't make a dent with the bus on the bench from the front. Threat to me once, and I'll make a mess if he gums Crestwood and shush. Should've kept it on a hush hush, but you're too stupid to let it run. Now you're dead up in the dump. Chuck, 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 chuck. So jet when when attention combust and a mumble under your breath. I'll put a set of vents in your lungs. Cause eventually envious chumps will attempt to assess that there's special effects when I strum, but no. There is no illusion of what's happening. I'm actually rapping this with ravenous tenacity. Go back and see the facts and read the stats. If we just can't agree, there ain't a motherfucker faster than me mathematically, yo. I don't want to step on any toes, but the wind flows of fiddly tones in every zone into the pros. I'm ready to compose anybody with a quotable dope with the group and show. I got not a one-trick pony show exposed and the drums get slow with a twist to the throat. Bust about 9 texts and you don't see what the thugs sit through the bones. Bitch! Okay, now we're having fun. Now we're having fun. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna close out right now. This is what we're gonna do. I need y'all to push those chairs back just a little bit. Don't fuck with the cameras, because I don't need Rob to pay for that on his birthday. So just push the chairs back a little bit. I need everybody in this room right now. Everybody in the room, even if you're chilling in the back, I need you right here in the middle. Because we're gonna get real fucking brolic in this bitch and have fun and jump around, all right? Brolic. So this is how it works. In the middle of this song, there is a break. And when the break commences, I need everybody in this motherfucker, front to back, to get low to the ground on one knee. And then we're gonna build, explode! Can we do that? I said, can we do that? I'm not paying for your medical insurance if you fuck your knees up. But can we do that? All right, you ready? Here we go. Just bounce on me a little bit. Everybody get this bitch, come on. Everybody get this bitch, bounce on me now. Everybody get this bitch, bounce on me now. Come on. Say I want it. Say I need it. Say I want it. Say I need it. Here we go. One is not enough, I'm a glutton. I wanna take it all till there's nothing. Grasping at the bottom when I plunge in. Never sleep because I'm always hunting for more. Nothing is ever enough because I am a glutton. Consumption is my only function. If I run out of the cover, whatever you're clutching. Never sleep because I'm always hunting. And I got that craving for it, but I'm not depraved or sorta. When I'm out surveying sources for one of my most favorite courses, I just want a tasty morsel, staving off the sagging torture. The emptiness makes me nauseous, till I'm sedated to weighty portions. I'm aiming for more, but I never seem to feel it's the same as before. The grams out of my appetite, chasing it more, and I'm expanding my palate to the pain in my jaw. I want to taste it all, the masticate, no trash to waste the ball, my hasty ball, the place is strong, but taking the sun to the flavor is all, and I want to scrape the walls. Hey! Take it all till there's nothing. Grasping at the bottom when I plunge in. Never sleep because I'm always hunting for more. Nothing is ever enough because I am a glutton. Consumption is my only function. If I run out of the cover, whatever you're clutching. Never sleep. Hey, now everybody get low. Everybody get low. Everybody stay low. And stay low till I go. Okay, listen. I want it all and I want it now. Your heart, your soul, your Tao. Everything that's breathing out gets crushed in my mouth. I want it all and I want it now. Your heart, your soul, your Tao. Everything that's breathing out gets crushed in my mouth. Wait, I want it all and I want it now. Your heart, your soul, your Tao. Everything that's breathing out gets crushed. Everybody, wild out! Hey, 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 hey. I want it. Bring some round. Applause for good stuff, y'all. I want it. Yeah, and I want it now. Happy birthday, Rob! My name is Tonedeff, y'all. Single Winnie D, double the F. No spaces. What was that?
No spaces.
What was that?
No spaces.
A legitimate television show, motherfuckers. Peace.
Tonedeff, one more time. Thank you so much. And give it up for everyone you saw tonight. Saw Joe Firestone, Chris Gethard, Brett Davis, Tonedeff, and yourselves. Thank you, because I had to throw a TV show to have people show up to my birthday, and I appreciate all of you being here. Yeah, there's birthday cake too. Also, happy birthday to Will. We share a birthday. Yay. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Yeah, this has been an episode for a legitimate television show. We'll do another episode eventually, maybe. Yeah, and watch everything that everyone does. Watch it all. Listen to it all. Do it all. Let's have fun. If you guys want to drink, we'll probably go to Lincoln Park. It's a bar named after the band. It's on 59th Street and 9th Avenue. This is probably the end of the show. I don't know. There's cake. Let's eat some fucking cake. Now I'm in the studio. Thank you, Jean. She made a lovely cake.